Welcome back to a new episode of the AJ Show, and thankfully everything is back in order. So let's continue on. Today on the show, we're going to talk about the latest trailer of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that came out on the Nintendo Direct on February 8th. And I might throw in a couple other things as well that the Direct caught me by surprise. So as always, get yourself a beverage, sit back, relax, and let's dive into this. We are officially less than 3 months away to the latest game, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited for this game. I've pre-ordered it. I was a little shocked by the price that they decided to raise it $10 to now it's $70 instead of the typical $60. And Nintendo's reasoning is they review each game case by case for price range, but this is the first time they are doing a $70 Switch game. It is what it is. I'm going to buy it anyway, which I already did, so it's pre-ordered. So it should be here on release day, and I'll be excited to dive right into it on that weekend. I'm so excited for this game. But let's talk about this new trailer. I feel that this trailer gave us a little bit more insight on what is going on in Tears of the Kingdom. So, as always, I'm going to watch it here. We're going to go through it and talk about it. So, let's get it fired up. Got some storms. Some flying beasts. I'm going to go with Kakaroks. There's the Sky Islands. An underground cavern. They're mining for something. That looks like a little sword.
Rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies.
The Blood Moon's back.
Leave no survivors.
It came back with a vengeance. Oh, wow. It definitely came back with a vengeance. Same monsters with a different coat of paint. They got horns now. Paragliders. Oh, nice. Flying enemies. Ooh.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
We'll see about that. Oh, that's a homing arrow. Interesting. Machines. A hot air balloon. Oh, this is going to be fun. And you can see a little Sky Island piece falling from the sky at the end of this thing.
Please, lend him your power.
There is literally so much to just digest and take in with this trailer. You see reoccurring enemies that we saw in Breath of the Wild, and of course previous Zelda games, you know, different coat of paint, you know, they do the same things, but they look like they got a little bit more vicious, and Ganondorf is definitely back in a big way. And he mad. I mean, he mad in this thing. He's just unleashing all sorts of genocide on the land of Hyrule and just wants it completely wiped out. But there's a lot of great, interesting things to look in here. You know, you got these flying enemies out there, and they're carrying also goblins too. That's scary in itself. But I like the part where Link has a homing arrow, just to take them out. That's pretty cool. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some new abilities that we can makeshift and craft and create. That would be awesome to see. And I like all the different variety of machines that we can utilize in here. So definitely a lot of tech being involved in this game too. This seems to be dark too. A lot of dark tones in this game, I feel, for sure, with Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, the title itself seems dark in its own right too. When you say Tears of the Kingdom, like, man, they're crying over this whole destruction kind of thing. But yeah, the Blood Moon basically came back. Ganondorf is raging all over the land of Hyrule and just reincarnating all these newer monsters too, and just rising up an army just to wipe everything out. And I know online people are like, oh, what are these flying creatures? Well, if you remember in Twilight Princess, there was flying creatures there too. It's called Kakaroks. This is probably what they are. It's a different variation of them here. So, and then there was a cool scene in here where they were mining underground. So there's going to be some underground cavern exploration, looks like, that we will have in this game. But if you look in the corner of that scene, there are like little flames, little light flames, like, how they had in the Champions as a ghost form, or King Rome as a ghost form, these little flames. So I wonder if these are spirits that are down there of, kind of like in Twilight Princess also. Whenever you're in the Twilight Realm, they're like little flames of, the people in Castletown. So it's kind of reminiscing of back towards that. And just seeing all these swirls just all over the place in the land of Hyrule. It could potentially be like places of teleportation, to teleport, to do like quick travel. But yeah, a lot of destruction, a lot of similar enemies, newer enemies, redesigned enemies. Link with his new abilities, of course, his arm being all, infested, I would believe, by the malice, in the beginning, giving him some sort of special ability. And then there's this, figure that we saw in the trailer. I'm trying to scroll over here to it real quick. If I can find her. Yeah, there's this, basically where the two hands are reaching out, and then there's also this other glowing figure that's holding a sword. I feel like this could be Hylia. All right, we've known about Hylia all the way back, in Skyward Sword. Hylia is basically, the goddess of this kingdom, and Zelda is the reincarnation of her in many different forms over the years, over the centuries, the timeline. I wonder if she's going to make an appearance in this game here in Tears of the Kingdom. And so it's very interesting on what's all taking place in this thing. Like I said, there's so much to this. It definitely gives you a little bit more info, than what the vague trailers that we've had in the past on some of the stuff. And we get to see some of these newer enemies. We get to see the Sky Islands, kind of harkens back to, Skyward Sword, or if you look at Twilight Princess, City in the Sky kind of thing. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities between those games for sure that we see. And this looks to me could be, I feel like this could be Ganondorf's last attempt to just destroy everything. And I'm just kind of theorizing here. This could potentially be, what if you think about this, what if this is the last Zelda game in the timeline? What if? What if this is where the curse, the cycle finally breaks and ends? What if this is the one that ends it all? Maybe this is the last game period. I don't know. Just kind of the speculations and theories out there. I hope it's not the last Zelda game. I love the series, and I hope they don't end it. But if they do, what a banger they'll end it out with. but it could very well be the one that can. This is the end of the timeline, but we can still fill the gaps in between the timeline, and tell other stories as well. But just kind of a thought there, just kind of my own personal thoughts there for you to think about. But also talking about with the Nintendo Direct, I do want to point out a couple other things that came out at the Direct that I want to talk about. The release of the Switch Online caught me off guard on this one, which I kind of sensed something new was coming anyway, so it really did catch me off guard, I should say. But man, Game Boy and Game Boy Advance is now on the Nintendo Switch Online, and I got to play some of these games for the first time, such as Tetris. I know. I played Tetris before, not the Game Boy version, not the very first one. And I played me some of that yesterday. Got to level 9. It's a pretty fun game. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know how I would feel about how it would all work, because I played similar puzzle-based games like Tetris, like Columns and such, Bejeweled or something like that. But Tetris is its own animal, all right? Or the Dr. Mario's of the world. But yeah, it was a pretty fun game. So I played that. I've played Super Mario Land 2, 6 gold coins, and beat it. I've played Kirby's first ever game and beat that too. You can really, these Game Boy games are so short, you could sit down and play them and get them be within 30 minutes to an hour. Easy done. I got to sample the original Metroid 2. I didn't beat that one. I just kind of turned it on, played it a few minutes. I'm like, yeah, I prefer the remake better, to be quite honest, on that one. But yeah, it's the Game Boy Advance. I got to play The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap for the first time. I'm currently playing that right now. It's definitely different for sure. The shrinking ability of Link in there. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I really am not. But I'm playing it so I can experience it, and may not be one I'll pick up again. I'm not sure, but we'll see. And just the other games that are involved. I would love to see Sonic Advance show up on there. Never really got to play that one at all. I'm excited that Metroid Fusion is coming out on there as a future game for the Game Boy Advance online. So looking forward to playing that. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. And the other big thing that came out, and there's a lot of stuff that came out on Direct. Metroid Prime Remastered came out, and it came out the day of the Direct on the Virtual Console, but a physical copy is coming out sometime next week, I believe, in the stores. And that one, I'm not a big Metroid fan, but I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I played Metroid Prime 3. I've never played Prime or Prime 2. Yeah, wait. I literally started my first Metroid game with Metroid Prime 3. That's the first one I ever played of the Metroid series, because I really didn't get to play any others. And I went back and played the original. It's okay. And then Super Metroid, I've got all the way to Mother Brain. Can't beat Mother Brain. But yeah, it's just, I've dabbled in the Metroid series here and there. And so I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I love Metroid Dread. I haven't beaten that one yet. I'm kind of stuck in it, actually. I'm close to the end of it, but I'm just kind of at a stuck point. One of the boss fights has gotten me really good. So I just haven't picked it back up on that part. But anywho, I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom. That will be coming out here May 12th. Looking forward to that and excited to play that and definitely give that my review, which, like I said, I'll probably say that review when we get to Zelda month, and that way it gives me the time to just really dive into it, take notes, and just take it apart and such. So, but with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care.